Howdy, and welcome to Book Your Give Here. We're Travel That Gives. I'm Lulu Lima, your chief travel guru. I hope this episode of Dream Now Travel Later inspires you to travel, and I invite you to give us the opportunity to help plan your next memorable trip. So grab your popcorn and enjoy.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. So excited to have you here. I am here with Deb, who is going to be talking about all things Miami. Yay! So Debra is going to enlighten us and talk to us not only about Miami beaches, and everything and anything that is food related in Miami, because it's such a great scene. But keep in mind, guys, for those of you who are homeschooling, travel is a living classroom, and Miami is a destination that you can learn lots about. So with that, I am going to give the floor over to Debra so that she can tell us everything that's sizzling in Miami.
Thank you, Lulu. I'm so happy to be here. As a matter of fact, right now, as you can see behind me, is the beautiful Vizcaya Museum and Gardens. That is part of Miami that a lot of people don't know about. That's like a little bit of the history of Miami. So again, classroom, okay? We can learn a lot with Miami. Another little fun fact about Miami. Miami is the only U.S. city that was founded by a woman.
Woohoo! Power to the girls!
Oh, girl power. Julia Tuttle is her name, and she founded Miami.
That is,
just another little fun fact.
That is super awesome. So I am sharing my screen here because we are going to be looking at an amazing presentation that you have put together for us. So what I'm excited about this presentation is really, taking a look and explore all the pieces, right? So we're looking at Miami, obviously the beaches, being on right then and there. All the hotels are just right across the way. So super easy to have access to the beach.
Yeah, so, and of course, that's what we're known for, right? The beach.
Yes.
The beach area, the Miami stretch of beaches is only 8 miles from the airport, from Miami International Airport. So very easily accessible.
And 20 minutes and you're at the beach.
20 minutes, you're at the beach. And if you fly into Fort Lauderdale, only 35 to 40 minutes, and you're at the beach in Miami. So very, very easy, great accessibility to get here.
And that's awesome. And there's so many things that you guys actually have in Miami, right? So it's not just the beach, but it's also Miami downtown. And so as you were mentioning the museum behind you, there's so many different things that are even somewhat walkable.
Exactly. What a lot of people don't realize, Lulu, is that Miami is really, we refer to it as Greater Miami and the beaches. We have 34 municipalities that make up Miami-Dade County. So
wow.
That's what the makeup is. So 34 different little cities that make up our wonderful area that is as diverse as its people. So we start out a little bit to the north at Golden Beach and go all the way down to Homestead. And in between and around, from east to west, we just have a plethora of diversity in terms of the destination. The landscape is different as you move north, coming down the beach areas. The beach areas are even different as you move down. And then you get into areas like, South Dade, Homestead, which is just, before you get actually down to the Keys area, which is another county. But in South Dade, it's farmland. It's farmland with, beautiful farm-to-table type restaurants, farm-to-table experiences. We even have a winery, so it's just very, very different and diverse, and perhaps something that you don't expect with us as a destination.
And that's so awesome to hear, because obviously people are, somewhat shy in regards to, because of COVID and everything else, hey, what are we going to do, or where can we go, and what are their protocols? So, and I love that you guys, you as a destination, have actually created this pledge to all the travelers. So for you guys, I'm taking a look at the screen here. This is basically their honor system of making sure that you're going to be taken care of, that you're going to feel safe, and you're going to be really comfortable when you're coming into the Miami area. So super excited about that because I mean, going to restaurants are one of the most favorite things of 99% of the people, right? We love to eat.
Absolutely. Yep. And this is a foodie capital of the world, I like to say. So while we have our, restaurants, we do have, as Lulu mentioned, the destination pledge in place, so that all of our partners, whether you're at the airport, at the hotel, at the beach, in a park, at the museum, we're all following our, the CDC guidelines, recommended guidelines for the cleanliness protocols, and we all have those in place. So, we're talking about eating and food, and I just wanted to highlight a couple of areas that have very interesting, what should I say, restaurants, eateries, places to just, to go and to visit while you're here. So I just wanted to highlight a handful of, of our 34 municipalities that we have here. Some of my favorites, and some of the areas that I would recommend for those that are looking for a gastronomic experience. So first, I'd like to mention Mid Beach, which is basically everybody refers to Miami Beach, South Beach as really Miami Beach, but in fact, it's a long stretch, several miles of beaches, and South Beach, of course, is the most southern, and then you have Mid Beach, and then you have the North Beach area. So in the Mid Beach area, it's a very eclectic type area, and over the most recent couple of years, actually, it's grown to be the area to have that true seafood or Mediterranean, if you're a lover of Mediterranean cuisine, type of experiences. So a lot of excellent restaurants, including 5-star Michelin rated restaurants, are located in that Mid Beach area. So a little bit on the pricier side, but certainly if you want to have that amazing experience, and it primarily, like I said, focuses a lot on seafood and a lot on the Mediterranean cuisine. Mid Beach would be your area.
I am in love right now. This is so, I'm hungry. I'm like, drooling. I'm looking at these restaurants and I'm going, okay, so when am I going to Miami now? Because, obviously I've got to go try out all of this stuff.
Absolutely.
So the design district, this is a new name of a district for me. So talk to me a little bit about this whole area and obviously where is it on the map exactly?
Okay, so the design district actually is a relatively new area. It's only been around for a little bit over 5 years or so.
Okay.
So it's not something that is tremendously well known, but it is located approximately 3 miles or so from the downtown area.
Okay.
And it's really the area where, and actually only a few blocks, because Wynwood might be better known, more well known. That's our street art district. So it's only a few blocks north of Wynwood. And it's really where fashion, art, and food collide. So you have a lot of very high-end boutiques, all the, very high-end shopping. You also have art, a massive public art display, actually probably our biggest in any of our cities, of public art displays where you can just walk around, and very interesting. It's a lot of modern art. And then of course we have the modern, the International Contemporary Art Museum, which is featured in that photograph on the upper right hand side of my screen, which focuses on contemporary art and so forth. Beautiful museum. So it's really, and then of course we've of course had to add the restaurants. So a lot of celebrity chefs have own restaurants in this area, in the design district.
And that's super awesome. Do you have any Michelin star restaurants in the area?
Not quite yet in this area, but some are planning on opening, which is always good news.
Yes.
Very soon. So right now we have very, very popular restaurants in this area only because of the celebrity aspect.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's one of those areas where you are definitely sure to see someone, A-list or even a B-list celebrity when you go dining in this area.
If you want to hang out with who's who, this is where you got to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we talked earlier about South Dade,
Yes.
and we talked about, some of the farmland that you've got there. So I see that you've got really great opportunities for a fresh market.
Exactly. So, South Dade is not as well known as a lot of our other areas, but it is, our southernmost part of the county, and an area, as I mentioned, which has true farm to table experiences. So the photograph I have here at the top is actually from a farm stand, which it's actually a 60-year-old farm stand. It's been around for 60 years, called Robert is Here. And residents, locals know this place. We love this place because they have amazing smoothies and, shakes. And, you can go and literally hand pick, your produce, your vegetables. Because we're such a tropical oasis here in Miami, you'll see a lot of fruits and vegetables, primarily fruit that are familiar for those that are from the Caribbean or Latin America. So, your mangoes, your papayas, this month we're featuring avocados. In August, it's avocado season here. So all of those amazing fruits and vegetables you can get from Robert is Here. They've recently pivoted. Now you don't even have to get out of your car. They have a drive-through.
Oh my goodness gracious. How awesome is that?
They have a drive-through.
Hi, I'd like my fresh fruit, and I'd like for you to just put it in my bag and then just put it in the back of my car, because I don't really want to even touch you. And I'm wearing my mask in the process, right? So
exactly, because we want to make sure that you feel safe, and that is part of the experience that you're going to have here. But that's just down the road from Robert is Here, we have Schnebley's, which is a winery, which a lot of people always are like, what? You have a winery?
I had no idea that Miami had vineyards. So, so let's talk about that, because we do love our wine. So
we do love our wine. So Schnebley's is actually a winery that focuses on fruit wine. So yes, so you'll have. It's more like mango, right? Guava, wine, things like that. So very unusual. Obviously, not particularly something you might find anywhere else.
No, but definitely not. Not when you're talking about mangoes and guayaba.
But a great experience, and they do have an eatery there as well. So while you're, wine tasting, you can certainly enjoy some of the delicious farm to table cuisine that they have available at Schnebley's.
What a great little find. How often do you find an off the beaten path in such a large area, and really, again, something that you wouldn't necessarily think of? This, by the way, guys, has to be on your itinerary now anytime I do Miami. So without a doubt, we're definitely adding this in, because you need to experience this.
Absolutely.
That's me, your travel professional, telling you that you can't go to Miami without it.
That's right.
So, and then of course, you've got all of the other different cultural aspects of things. You have Calle Ocho, which everybody knows about, Little Havana. That's where I always go get some Cuban fix. And so, but there's a lot of different other opportunities, a lot of cultural things that are going on in the area. So what events or things like that are still taking place, in terms of making sure that, again, we've got all that culture?
Well, as I mentioned before, Lulu, Miami is certainly multicultural and diverse, just as its makeup. So the people are just as diverse as the makeup of the county. So we have our multicultural and heritage neighborhoods such as Little Havana, Little Haiti, historic Overtown, and so forth. But what we've done is, in the wake of COVID, some of the events have migrated to a virtual environment. Okay. The one most recent or upcoming, actually, that's going to be moving to a virtual environment is Miami Carnival, which focuses on it's a Caribbean carnival. So it's basically 34 nations of the Caribbean are represented, and it is I believe the oldest running carnival in the US. They do have a very large one in Canada, but this one is the largest one, long-standing one that's been running in the United States.
Wow.
Very, very popular. It takes place in October, during the Columbus Day weekend, usually, which is about mid-October every year. So this year, moving to a virtual environment, first time. We're not quite sure how that's going to work, but we know that we have the commitment from the artists, from various panelists, musicians, artisans, and so forth. Hopefully they have aspects of it that can take place, in a normal environment with, practicing 6 feet social distancing, etc. But for the most part, because it attracts thousands of people, it had to move virtual this year.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
To that.
But I'm so glad that you found a way to even just continue to have the cultural aspect of it to be shown. So for those of you guys who are interested in experiencing that in October, definitely, reach out to me so that I can make sure that you guys have the right links and you're registered for all of those moving pieces. And if you want to be in destination, because you can still social distance and enjoy some of these pieces. Obviously, we're going to make sure that you're set up correctly. So this is super awesome. So, and so now we've come into an area where obviously, we've got a lot of different hotels and different accommodations. Miami, again, being so diverse, has so much of it. So we're talking about a time frame of, June to September. That we're kind of welcoming everybody. It's, summer, and everybody wants to be, hanging out and be, with who's who, right?
Well, we know that summer's not yet all gone, right? We still want to salvage the summer. And if you want to be able to, and you're able to, and you feel comfortable in doing so, we encourage you, we welcome you to come to Miami. During the summer is actually our low season. So we have a terrific amount of great deals. So of course, you just ask Lulu. She can point you in the right direction as far as those hotel deals are concerned. We are talking, 4 or 5-star hotels, great deals on them. So contact Lulu. She can point you in the right direction and fit, get you fit with exactly the hotel you need. We've been talking food a lot.
Yes.
What we started here in destination just during the COVID crisis was Miami Eats, which is essentially a program where we say order out to help out. Our restaurants are, obviously feeling a lot of pain with regards to what's happening in the destination, because we are such a destination that's focused on the hospitality arena. So, this whole thing has really affected us greatly. So we started this Miami Eats, whereas we have over 1,200 restaurants in the area that are participating. And what it is, 1,200. And what it is basically is a list of restaurants. Are you open? If so, yes. Do you offer outdoor seating? Or if not, do you offer delivery? Are you offering takeout? All of that information. A lot of them are offering discounts if you order, directly through that site, because you're able to, avoid the delivery charges, offset the delivery charges from other places. So that's what Miami Eats is all about. So we have over 1,200 restaurants that participate. So again, if you're here in destination, you're at your hotel, and you're like, oh, I am just craving some Cuban food right now.
And then I can go to the beach and eat it and have a picnic.
Exactly.
How awesome is that, right? So, and when you guys are ordering out and things like that, keep in mind that you also want to tip like you would if you were at the restaurant, because all our servers, they're working twice as hard to make sure that we're really safe. So
that's a great recommendation. Great tip. Tip. Pardon the pun.
Absolutely. So now there's a lot of spice. There's a lot of different things going on, and we love everything that's Miami. I mean, Miami just has its own Art Deco flair, its own culture, and then there's culture within culture. So lots of great opportunities for all of the food eateries. Again, focusing on the low season. So it's not over. Summer's not over.
It's not over. It's not over, Lulu. And in fact, Miami Spice is another program that here at the Greater Miami Convention Visitors Bureau that we've been running for over 15 years. And essentially what this is that we have a list of participating restaurants. Not as much as the 1,200 in Miami Eats, but what Miami Spice is, it's a price fixed menu, a 3-course meal. Lunch is $25. Dinner is $39. Now, the added benefit to Miami Spice is it does feature some Michelin rated restaurants. So where can you go and experience and have dinner at a Michelin rated restaurant
for $39?
Unheard of. Unheard of.
Guys, this is a steal. Why are we not going to Miami more often? Come on, I want to hear some going. I want those calls to come in. I want to hear you guys saying, let me add Miami to my itinerary. Let's do this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, the thing about this is, Lulu, again, this is something that we've been doing for many, many years as an organization. But normally we only do it for 2 months. This year we brought it in early, you know, we've even further modified it by, if there's a restaurant, there's some of them that are only offering to go. And so we have Spice to go. So again, you still get a chance to take advantage of that wonderful price, range. $25 for lunch, $39 for dinner, 3-course meal, fantastic restaurants, all of that. Plus you're getting a deal on your hotel.
Yeah, absolutely. This is super, super amazing. So planning ahead, we are going to be talking about the South Beach Wine and Food Festival. So obviously there's wine and food festivals all around the country, but South Beach, of course, has its own flair. So, and the fact that it's February, it means that for all of you guys up north where you're going to be shivering, you'll get an opportunity to warm up. So let's pre-plan these, because I can certainly do a lot of this stuff here with payment plan options. So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, you know, will I be able to pay for it all, or will I be able to enjoy it? We can do it so that you can pay it off all in advance. So, but I'm going to let Debra talk a little bit more about the Wine and Food Festival, because this is her baby.
Well, you know, we couldn't have a conversation about the cuisine and the gastronomic experience in Miami without talking about the South Beach Wine and Food Festival. This was created by the Food Network, which I know, especially over the last couple of months, if you weren't watching it before, you're watching it now.
Yeah.
And, you know, many, many years ago. And it's something that used to really be a weekend that has now turned into this mammoth event that takes place every February. So in 2020, next year, then it will take place from the 24th through the 28th. I would recommend that you diet in January, because I'm telling you, you come down here and you are literally, by the time you leave on the 29th or thereabouts, next year's not a leap year. So by the time you leave on March 1st, you will have easily gained that 15 pounds. But it would have been the most tremendous experience that you'll ever have. So it would absolutely have been worth it.
Totally worth it.
And, you know, and
here's the thing.
Feature, what's that?
I was going to say, you can eat all of that and you still have the beach. So you can swim and exercise and all of that and not feel it, right? You can play that beach volleyball and, you know, work it out, and that way you have room for more.
That presents a great idea. You're absolutely right, Lulu. So maybe it won't be the 15. You'll only come out, you know, maybe half. We'll go with 7.
We'll take the 7 and we'll call it vacation muscle mass. You got to get creative when it comes to food and vacation.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, the great thing about it is, and for those who say, well, I'm not really a wine lover, which I don't know who says that, but anyway, you know, the food festival actually features spirits. It doesn't have it in the title, because, you know, that would make it too long. But
guys, there's spirits.
Yes, there are a lot of spirits, a lot of cocktails involved that are not necessarily wine related. So overall, you're getting that really awesome experience by being able to taste a variety of cuisines, a variety of food types. I mean, every day, several times a day, there's a different type of experience going on. The main event, yes, takes place on the 27th and 28th, but for the most part, leading up, every single day, several times a day, there are just different types of events that you can attend. There's a burger bash for who has the best burger. The chefs compete against each other. There's a dessert. There's several countries now that are interested. Some of the islands of the Caribbean have recently been having their own chef, almost a cook-off among chefs, where they bring chefs up from islands in the Caribbean and have their own cook-off. And we're told that some other countries want to get in on that action. So I'm sure
it's going to be an international event for sure.
Exactly. Right now, a lot of it focuses on certainly what the cuisine that we have here in the area by a lot of the chefs that we have in the area, but slowly but surely it is really something that is transforming into an international event. And because of the time of year, is attended by people from all over the world, because February here in Miami, I can't tell of a better time weather-wise to be here. The weather, honestly, it is just perfect. And I'm not just saying that because I'm paid to. It is absolutely spectacular. From about October all the way through till March, the weather, honestly, if I complained, it would be a shame if I did. Unbelievable. The best time to be here. However,
totally
right
understand.
now,
That's
again,
why we moved to the South, right?
That's why we moved to the South. If you're comfortable, again, any time of the year is good. However, during those months, the weather is, cool. We get those sea breezes every day, very little rain, just, and literally every day is a picnic. Every day you can go out and enjoy the fantastic weather and our amazing, amazing, amazing cuisine.
And that's super awesome. So obviously there's a lot of different social media channels that the Greater Miami Convention and Visitor Bureaus have that you can visit and take a look at a lot of their pictures. But if there's anything that you need, you guys know that I'm here for you. So this is my goal, to make sure that you've got an experience like no other. Things that Debra has mentioned, some things, we're going to find all those little nooks and crannies that you're not going to find on the internet, and we're going to give you that experience. So let's start planning, because really we're dreaming. We need to get to planning, because we're there, right? 2021 is just around the corner.
Just around the corner. We are now in August, so within 4 months, 2020 will be over. So it's definitely time to start looking towards 21, planning ahead, and getting some great travel ideas. I know the perfect person to help you with that, and that's Lulu. She is definitely, not only is she familiar with our destination, but several others, and truly an expert, and will ensure that you not only get the best deal, but that you have the best experience when you get here.
Well, thank you for those kind words. I appreciate it. And thanks to Deb and her team for making sure that I've got the right tool in my pocket, and the right education. So with that, I want to say thank you so much. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we close up?
No, I just want to encourage everybody again to continue to stay safe, be well, be healthy, and we hope to see you in Miami real soon.
Yay! Well, with that, namaste, everybody. Until the next time, bye!